Hello, hello, hello. Just waiting for everything to load. Oh. Is it running?
No.
It says it's running. I don't see it running. There it is! Okay! Hello everyone and welcome back. I am the James of the Games and welcome back to being part of the missing members. And welcome back to Conan 2D20. And also, oddly, because of Facebook updating their stupid API, I'm having to do something different, which is I'm sending this directly to my timeline instead of the Facebook page I made years ago and I've been streaming to for years now. Because if I don't have 100 followers on it, I can't stream to it anymore. Great!
What the hell?
Up! And we have our first Murtaugh of the night.
I said hell, not a cuss word. And I was not
saying
that
book.
in character.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you spoke soon, or you would have been done for.
Now I really want to make a character whose name is Done For.
Question. I still Murtaugh to help us in fights. Did he help at all?
Yeah. He didn't get a chance to because of the fact that due to how combat flows in Conan 2D20,
Oh, okay.
it's because of the fact that literally, PCs always act first. Because of you were basically freaking out and weren't thinking about it, you didn't command Murtaugh to attack earlier in the combat sequence, so he basically would have been like right before Sonya in combat in that instance.
Oh, okay.
Unless you tell him to, he will act near the end of the player's initiative, so to speak.
That makes sense.
Because players always act before the enemy, and I'm basically, because of all of Aragon's menagerie, he's actively commanding. They basically act on his turn with their own separate turns. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But, okay. You all have finally made it to Sapur. And because of your dear friend Yarn keeps beating himself up, you're actually deciding to rest here and find some recovery.
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, we might as well just take some time and let him rest up while we're just chilling.
Okay. Here's the thing. One, that means everyone pays their upkeep.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! I don't have enough, do I? No.
I said last time that literally Sonya gave you 1 gold so you can manage to pay your upkeep.
Thank God. Oh.
But what this does mean is that everyone has to roll on the carousing table.
Oh shit.
And do I need to remind you all of something? from this.
I'm guessing
What?
the higher the number, the worse it is.
1, yes, but 2, for the love of heavens, you have fortune points.
Okay then. And I will remember this time. I have my point.
I'm like, you all have 2 fortune points a session. These restock every single session. Use them! I'm sorry.
Okay. I hope I'm spelling carousing right.
You spelled carousing right.
Yarn was off by a letter. Invalid
Yeah.
argument, minor spelling mistake.
But they're
Yeah.
Canadian though, so it doesn't count.
And remember, you can technically spend one of your fortune points on your carousing event roll.
Which I will do.
So is it just a straight roll or?
Carousing is always a 2d20 roll. Yes, you can spend a fortune point on a carousing event roll, and it's mainly because of most of the events over 16 on the table can be really, really bad.
Yeah,
If you roll over a 30 on the carousing event table, prepare for, like, utter apocalypse to happen.
okay, yeah. I'm going to spend 1 fortune point for carousing.
Which means that you only roll 1d20.
Oh boy.
Should I just do a straight roll to be funny?
You can, but be aware, some of the higher numbers are very, very bad.
good news. It's just a 12. And then...
Which
and then,
means you rolled a total of 13.
Yes, so we're not in the bad range, thank goodness.
I'll use a fortune as well, I guess.
Ooh, local festival, what does that mean?
The community has a festival ongoing, a holy day, the remembrance of some historic event, or some other time of celebration. Such times can be particularly complex for travelers and player characters, as they often come with additional social modes,
Oh,
but they can also be lucrative. If the player character spent any gold to gossip or cultivate renown, the player character gains command dice gold.
and I will do...
Since we haven't done that portion yet, that actually will transfer over to the end of carousing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure to basically try and get myself some gold by also cooperating with Sonia. Also, Yarn's just left. I got a text as to why his sister and her husband got into a car accident.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Okay, that's really, really bad. Dude. Hopefully they're alright.
I hope so too.
Me as well.
Okay, this is really funny because this fits with your character so dang well it isn't even funny.
What do you mean?
No, for Gaius.
Oh,
Because if he rolled a 9, total of 10, crossed a criminal, the player character crosses paths, and possibly blades, with a local criminal, and an influential one at that. What did the player character do to earn this criminal's ire, and what does the knave do in return?
Do to get ire from this person?
Yes. Most likely you stole from them.
Or I completed a job that was assigned to them.
Which would be funny.
Probably completed a job that was assigned to them.
True. Oddly, that's one of the few, like, weird things that's low on the chart that isn't really super good, but it's not terrible.
But yeah, I'm hopefully gonna try and get some money produced from the festival.
Yes.
Can I interact with his event, or is it like private?
Okay.
Like, I'm basically doing this with Sonia. That way, not only is it lucrative, but it's, a bonding moment.
Okay, so Gaius? Technically, yes. Since 13, I find it hysterical that it's 13 on the chart, is like the only event which literally can affect the rest of your party.
So, how crowded is this festival? Festival kind of
You
crowded?
know what? You know what I'm going to say to answer that question?
What?
Roll me a society test.
Me?
No, Gaius.
Oh dear.
If he asks the question, he has to make the roll for it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Probably not gonna work, but okay.
Society.
Oh, speaking of which.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing that specifically because of Yarn had a familial emergency.
Ooh.
Okay. There's a relatively good amount of people here. It's not like filled to the brim, but it's obvious there's more people mulling about than there would be on a normal day for this area.
It's one success technically, though.
That's why I gave that response. I'm like, if you manage to score really well on here, it'd be absolutely cram-packed. But it's busier than usual, but like, you can tell this is like a festival in like a lull time of the year. This isn't like their peak season for people coming through here, basically.
Right. Still, hopefully it'll be quite lucrative.
Yes.
I would like to see about opportunist thievery.
Oh.
Oh, great. One of those things in the book that I always forget which page it's on.
Oh,
You
dear
sent
God.
me you sent me a little thing about it. You already sent you sent me a screenshot.
Yeah, it's on 136. Yep, that is technically a G2 thievery test.
No, thievery, my worst stat. Let's see, my thievery needs to be a 19 to fail. Uh-oh. I quit. The bot hates me.
Oh my goodness!
Oh. Oh.
Oh my
Do I have any
god!
abilities for reroll?
I don't think you do, mainly because of I don't think the thievery tree has that. Oh, you may reroll 1d20 when making a thievery test, but you must accept the new result. Note that the 20 still stands due to how this system works. If you roll a fumble on a dice, you can reroll the fumble, but the fumble still stands.
Hopefully I get a 1 to balance it out then.
3.
It's critical success for me.
So technically you gained 1 momentum from that because if it's a D2 test. Since our local momentum tracker is not tracking, can one of you make sure to write it?
Okay, so how many is that by now?
You've only gained 1 momentum because of this is literally the very
I'm talking about our
first
momentum
roll.
pool right now.
1.
There we go.
So, okay, so you go ahead and you manage to go ahead and cut purse someone in order to go ahead and get some money out of them. Sure, you gain 1 gold, but unfortunately, like, the fabric that you were cutting into, just like, I don't know a proper sound effect for this, but that's the best I'm going with.
No, more so with the fabric would sound like a loud tearing. Almost like
That's a
the
delay.
sound of somebody's pants getting ripped.
But literally, like, most of the local populace turn towards you and it's like,
Uh-oh.
so you're standing in the middle of a circle of people all staring at you.
I'm probably standing there with them, like, I'm not acquainted with this guy. Nope.
I do find it funny the first time you do this, you roll a fumble on it.
Well, I couldn't do it the first time because we were in a camp, so.
I know. I was more just making a joke. I didn't mean that in a mean way. That's why I said I find it
I
funny.
am not acquainted with this man. What are you talking about?
I'm asking what you're doing because if I told you the current situation, what are you doing?
I'm just going.
Oh.
Do you live in shadow? And I'm just in camouflage, and I'm just going to, with my hood still up, I'm just going to try to blend in with the crowd.
Stealth. Stealth.
Yes.
Stealth. Living shadow. Okay. It is broad daylight. You're out in the open.
Uh-oh.
So,
Not to mention you got many eyes on you.
yes. So, I actually need to look at the difficulty chart.
Oh. Oof. Doom on,
That's actually a D5 stealth test.
doom on you. Doom on you. Doom on.
Knocking.
Sorry.
Yeah. I had to check to see if it was a D4 or a D5 test. This is definitely a D5 test.
Oh dear God. Oh boy.
I'm going to guess you use the 1 point of momentum right now to literally go ahead and increase your roll to 3d20. Unless there's a stealth talent that lets you do that.
Not to mention, you might want to use a fortune point as well. You know?
He already used a fortune point, so that'd mean he's used both his points for the session.
Oh. I thought I only used one.
He used one, but he uses another one, that means he's used both.
Right.
Since he also used one for the carousing roll.
Right. Which I wisely used mine as per suggestion. That way I can...
I know. Carousing is one of those weird things that you normally don't think of for fortune points, but it really helps with the roll, because of literally... Some of the later things on this are just really, really bad.
Has been very rude to the point where if it's getting close to the end of the adventure, you might as well use both fortune points for carousing.
You can only use one fortune point on the roll.
Oh.
You cannot use both. You cannot. It is part of the rules.
Fair enough.
But it's like 25. The player character wakes up on a cold hard slab rather than a bed. There's a shroud laying over them, jars of embalming fluid and other tools of the funerary trade lay nearby. Why was the player character assumed dead, and how close is that assumption to the truth?
I'll see.
27. There's a fire in town which causes significant damage. How did the player characters help the blaze start?
Oh no.
28. A massive storm hits the town and the player character must deal with heavy rain, sleet, hail, or snow. The conditions aren't ideal, and they slow travel during and after the player character's carousing. This has no significant effect unless travel is a factor, which is really, really bad. That still technically is 2 successes, but you try and hide, and it's very obvious to everyone around that you're still standing in the middle of a freaking circle.
I have no involvement with this. I have no involvement with this. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm on my own business. I am not acquainted with him. I am not even an accomplice either, so don't go pinning the blame on me.
So,
what was the next?
what are you doing now, guys? Is literally like one member of the crowd breaks off to literally go get a city guard.
Oh,
I'm just gonna run out of town and
you're gonna run out of town and hide?
I'm gonna run out of town and
How are you running out of town considering that there's a circle of people surrounding you right now?
That's a very good question.
I'm fine with you being a sneaky thief, Gaius. It is just a thing of I'm a person that if I give you a situation, you have to think your way out of the situation.
are they
instead
all
of just
blocking
saying,
the path?
Yep.
as of right now, it'd be fairly difficult to get through the path because of it. Because of the fact that literally there's a space opened up around you, unless you like somehow jumped off a wall to jump over top of them, you literally can't really push past them.
And I'm gonna try to acrobatics over people's head.
Okay, so in that case, let me check here.
Why are you laughing?
The GIF. This is that GIF is probably all the guards coming.
This is a D3 acrobatics test.
Oof. Oh lord.
It is a daunting test. There is a lot of people congregating because it's like obvious cuts purse. That is 2 successes.
Oh. So do we have no momentum left right now?
He hasn't used any.
Oh.
He hasn't spent it.
Oh. That's no bueno.
So there's still technically 1 momentum in the pool because if he hasn't spent it. So you actually try and go ahead and acrobatics your way out is a relatively beefy looking person manages to go ahead, grab onto your leg, and stop you mid-momentum from going ahead and escaping. It's like, you see what this guy's doing here? Where do you think you're going? City guard would probably have a word with ya.
Take my grat wire and wrap it around his throat and start.
Wait, take your what wire?
Grat wire, my assassin wire.
Garrett.
Garrett. Why is it named Garrett?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Grat or something like that. Garrot, maybe.
Garrot. Garrot.
Garrot. Garrot.
Yes.
That's how you pronounce it. Garrot.
Garrot. Okay.
So you pull that out and you wrap it around this guy's throat.
Yes.
Okay. That's technically a melee roll, but you know what you have, right?
Yes. I can use sneak for this.
Yes.
And there's some effects about this weapon too, which I might have to use. I got a crit and a 10.
So, that's technically 3 successes. And I'm just going to have him attempt to roll parry. I was about to roll a D100. For the love of heaven, I am not doing Warhammer Fantasy right now. Quit trying to roll percentile die. Nope, that is a clear failure.
How do I activate a feature on a weapon?
Okay. Now, you roll your damage.
How do I use a feature on my weapon?
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. For example, your Grot, it has 3 command dice. Command dice are D6s. How damage works in this system, 1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage, 3 and 4 do nothing, and 5 and 6 are both 1 damage, and they activate every effect on the weapon. That makes sense?
Increases the damage of the weapon by 1 tier too.
What?
The damage is increased with my hidden weapons too. From Death Dealer.
Ah, then yes, that's technically 4 command dice.
What do I roll?
That's 4d6. So that's 5 damage. Unfortunately, none of the effects trigger.
Dang it, I was hoping to grapple.
But you still did 5 damage, which really bloody hurts this guy.
Enough to let me go?
I honestly need to check something for that.
That would be a discipline, right? No, maybe. I don't know.
Here's the irony. Unless it's in the unarmed tree, which it may be. That and the Scout or the Wanderer. I forget which. It's the Wanderer. Of course it's in the Wanderer. I actually don't think there's a way for his unarmed attacks to have the grappling property. Unless unarmed attacks naturally have the grappling property, which I bloody don't remember.
My weapon does have grappling, that's what I was trying to say.
I know. I was more referring to him having grappled you. Yeah, that's actually really funny to me. He literally doesn't have a way to have grappling on an unarmed attack, I don't think. Which is honestly really funny. But you cause like this deep gash down his arm as you're released, and it's just like bloody bugger. It's just like blood flows from the wound on his arm.
I will try to slip past now.
Oh boy. So, oh boy, you're trying to still slip past considering that everything that you've just done. Okay, since you're now dropped in the middle of like the middle of the horde, it provides a bit of cover, but there's still a lot of eyes around. So that has made the D5 stealth test a D4 stealth test. No, I am not trying to punish you. It's just due to environmental factors.
So I'm gonna try to sneak and from this area and try to get back into stealth and try to blend with the crowd.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which, because of you scored 3 successes, you gained a momentum from the roll on the attack roll.
I should probably use it, shouldn't I?
You have 2 momentum in the pool.
What can I use momentum on?
Oh,
More
boy.
dice? Because I know Kiryu uses more dice a lot.
1 momentum can be used to gain 1 bonus d20 unless you have a talent that says you add 2 bonus momentum per dice spent. Or, let's see here, you can use 2 momentum to gain an additional action. You can... I want to get to the momentum chart, thank you. You can use 1 momentum to perform a task in half the normal time. You can add 1 momentum on a damage roll to add 1 damage to an attack. You can use 2 momentum to disarm an opponent. You can go ahead and put 2 momentum plus 1 per use 2 momentum and then add 1 per each step above. You can use 2 momentum to increase the difficulty of an opponent's opposed test by 1. Each one that you use above that adds an additional level of difficulty to that test. Or you can literally spend 1 momentum to ask a piece of pertinent information about the situation, the character's present, or something else that the player character might be able to discern with a skill test. It's just a number of things that you can use momentum on. And that's not including the other combat momentum spends.
How about you use one for an extra die?
Okay.
Bots don't like me.
Yeah, no, not only do you fail at sneaking, but you somehow manage to go ahead and just, like, get caught wide in the open. I think the dice are telling you this time that maybe you should just go along quietly and give the money back. Maybe just this one time.
Who was the person I cut the purse? Are they nearby or?
Oh, who was the person?
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually going to do something different here. Because of the fact your society is so bad, roll me a 4d20 society test. The more successes you get on this, the less bad the person you stole, the less, like, tarnishing of your reputation who you stole from.
Oh dear.
This is not a difficulty test. This is roll 4d20. The more successes you end up getting, the less tarnishing this is.
Society.
So what is that? 6 successes, I think?
No.
A success is a 6. And he has 0 society expertise, so that's 2 successes.
Oh.
Worse.
You go over, you walk back, and it's like this somewhat portly woman who very much looks like she spends her time in the kitchen. She just looks bubbly and is like, "Why, hello, dear. What brings you to see me?"
Uh-oh.
She does look relatively well off, but like, she doesn't seem to realize anything's wrong right now.
I'm just saying, well, apparently somebody ended up cutting your purse.
They did? How did you notice that, you young man, you?
I'll hand over the purse and then,
Wait, you stole the purse itself!
I said somebody, I never said who.
No, I'm basically saying this because this is the person you had stolen from. Since you never specified, I was taking the society roll to determine who you stole from.
I said when I was asking, who did I steal from? Are they close by?
Yes, you would know who you stole from, but I was using that to determine who you stole from.
I stole from this woman, right?
Yes.
I just say, well, they didn't get far, and I hand over their purse.
Wait, how do you get this, young man? She goes ahead and grabs her bag and, like, feels around, like, how'd that come undone, then?
Notice how I'm not saying the full truth?
Are you saying that in character?
No.
You spat out.
Just saying, they didn't get far. I was able to bring it back to you.
Oh no.
What?
That's a contested check.
Oh no!
Oh, you're making me roll societies and now this.
No, not society. That's a persuade test.
Oh boy.
That's a persuade test contested by her insight.
Oh dear. Persuade versus insight.
Because of you're a thief, this will be something that will come up relatively frequently if you get caught out like this, so I'm just forewarning you.
Oh no!
That is 0 successes and a fumble. You are stuttering like crazy when you say this to her.
Oh dear God. I think he's having worse luck than me.
Oh, Aragon, that's an understatement. And note, he isn't complaining about it. He is rolling with it, which I am going ahead and saying, I thank you very much, Dark, for that.
Yeah.
I very much do.
I'm gonna have to make a new character, but
You aren't going to die from literally stealing 1 gold.
maybe.
That or their reputation will be forever tarnished. Thankfully, I'm not acquainted with this. Thankfully, I'm not an accomplice to this. Thank goodness.
The funny thing is, she also scores 0 successes. Her target number was 11.
She was off by 1.
So it's basically the inept lead into blind.
That is hysterical.
But
Her target number was 11.
So we're just at a standstill then.
No, you
Or I
fumbled.
fumbled.
So even though she can't, technically a D0 successes versus D0 technically means C wins. C can tell that something's up. She just can't tell to what extent she knows something's up. Like, young man, please be honest with me. You were the one who took my purse, weren't you? Why would you do such a thing? I'm just a baker.
I'll just say, well, wrong time, wrong place, I guess.
uh-oh.
That's at least a truthful statement.
Yes.
Oh, come now. Please, just if you want something, all you have to do is ask. She goes ahead, pulls out of her bag this like really tasty looking crepe and literally shoves it in your mouth.
Aww, it's a crepe. The crepes. Gosh darn it, I'm really craving a crepe now. Thanks. I've never had
Well, you know
crepes.
who to get them from.
I'm talking about out of character. Like, thanks. Now I'm craving a crepe. I don't even know. I have never had a crepe before, but now I want one. And I've seen how they look in 13 Sentinels, and now I'm hungry for them. Stomach, stop it! Oh no.
That is 2 successes, but that's also a fumble on her part.
Oh.
That's a contested resistance test here.
He's trying to shove a food item in my
I
gullet,
mean, it's
correct?
just a simple crepe, though. Why would you resist a crepe?
It's poisoned.
What?
I'm not gonna resist.
Okay. She literally subs it in your
Oh,
mouth.
nom nom.
Forcefully, mind you. And she literally falls on top of you. Oh,
Let me
sorry,
see,
my
straight out of an
balance
anime,
isn't what it
you
used
boys.
to be.
I would like to help them up.
She's fallen on top of you.
Yes, but I would like to.
Technically, that's an athletics test. And let's see here. That is a D2 athletics test, considering how heavy she is.
Oh, she heavy set.
That is one success.
Uh-oh.
Crit, though.
Athletics, not acrobatics. Your athletics is a 9 with focus 1.
Uh-oh.
Why did you think you crit?
I said, does it crit, though? I was checking.
No, your crit range is 1 for athletics. You try and help her up, but you literally can't get her off of you. She's too thick!
I just say, little help.
She goes ahead and manages to get herself off of you. Like, I'm sorry about that, dearie, as she pinches your cheeks.
Aww. This is the sweetest baker we've ever known.
Sweetest thievery attempt ever. I would get up at this point and be like, so, is the person still getting into guard?
The guard comes over and but like the guard isn't like pursuing anything at this point, considering that you've given the purse back.
I just look over to the guy I almost maimed.
But the guard is coming over from that. It's like, you have some explaining to do.
What do you mean? I got grabbed without permission.
You are also stealing.
Stop right there, criminal scum! You violated the laws of Skyrim and her people. Pay the fine or serve your sentence.
Okay, that was funny. That was funny.
Perfectly timed too, because it's a guard. It's always nice when I can pull out an Elder Scrolls quote at the perfect time. It is a good day when I can do that.
Well, the irony is that technically, Aragon can actually help get Gaius out of this situation due to one of the talents Aragon has.
Which is?
Gaius really can't get out of this right now.
Which is?
I told you to remember what talents you have.
Screenshots for me.
Ah, darn it.
I'm just gonna say...
There's a reason why I tell you you need to keep track of your talents. That's the one thing I tell you have to keep track of.
At least I keep track of my substitutions, though.
I know. But that should tell you what it is.
I'm just gonna say, at least I stopped before it got any worse. I just did it until I got ungrabbed.
This man is bleeding out. I think you have more to handle at the current moment.
Well, he owes me an apology for grabbing me. I didn't consent.
Do you really want to say that to a guard?
No. Just
What are you actually saying?
well, instead of talking to me, shouldn't you be looking for somebody to patch that up?
Are you not paying attention, Aragon?
Oh, I heard. I know they need me, don't they? Okay.
I'm like, do I need to have a random pie hit you in the back of the head?
Okay, I'm coming over. Gonna patch this guy up using my animal handling healing. That's still gonna be a D2.
Yes. Yes.
Ryan, the pie lady has a knife. Animal healing? What?
He has a talent that lets him use animal
Yeah,
handling
there we
for
go,
healing,
there's
but
two
the difficulty
successes.
of the test.
Now for the other 3D20s because I used animal handling.
But the difficulty of the test increases by 1. So normally a healing test to heal
15,
wounds
12,
is a
and
D1
7. That is
test.
5 successes.
Okay, you look. So 5 successes on a D2 test means you generate 3 momentum.
Cha-ching!
Okay.
So that's 4 momentum total.
Yes. So, what this means is you come over to the guy, you see the wound, you understand the wound, and you know exactly what to do to suture this man's arm back up.
I'm gonna ask for some gold as just basically get compensated for this. Because I'm kind of broke right now.
Roll me a society test.
Can I use animal handling as substitution?
This man isn't wealthy enough for that.
Darn.
I would argue it's a civil service, but
Yeah, it is a civil service. I'm just wanting to make sure to like get paid for it.
Bear in mind, Aragon's animal society is over twice what yours is, Gaius.
15 and 13. Does that do it?
13 is 1 society success. Roll me a command dice.
Okay. What dice is that? D6.
Yes.
Hey, 4.
That's a bad result on a command dice, remember?
Oh. Great! So I get screwed for wanting to get paid for doing something nice.
No. Bear in mind that there will be more attempts to make money later.
Alright, the festival.
We haven't even got over the festival because of how much... What transpired from literally Gaius trying to do opportunistic thievery. Which is hilarious to me.
how many fumbles did it roll? Like it
That's
feels
a
like
good
3 or 4.
question!
I think it's like 2, 3, or 4.
That's a ton.
1, 2, 3. You rolled three fumbles.
Oh.
You rolled the fumble on the original thievery roll. Then you rolled a fumble on the second sneak roll. And then you rolled a fumble on the persuade roll. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I don't have my wallet on me at the moment. If I can manage to find you by the time sundown occurs, I could probably go ahead and scrounge up enough.
Thank you. I'll
Do you actually?
thank you. Take all the time you need. I'm just glad I could help.
Yes. I'm not a monster. Remember that,
Right.
Kiryu.
Right. I know.
I am not a DM that likes screwing my players over intentionally.
Yeah, it's just a
If
bot.
you screw yourselves over, I am 100% okay with that. But I do not intend to screw you over on purpose.
Again, sorry about that. Just, bad DM with that experience with a certain DM named V.
That's fine. Again, remember, I don't try to screw you over unless you roleplay yourselves into screwing yourselves
Which I
over.
never try to do.
I get that. I'm being open. I'm being transparent.
Yep.
Bots hate me.
Okay.
Well,
So,
if you ever find your wallet, I'm just gonna be enjoying the festival today.
okay.
Did I commandeer
So-
a stand and start doing street magic?
What the?
You commandeer a stand.
Find an empty stand or something and just start doing card tricks and stuff like that.
So you're wanting to... That wouldn't be gambling. Well, gambling is the closest thing to that in the carousing list. Unless you're... Because there really is not, like, a skill of, like, performance in Conan, because of... It's weird. It's a system that really doesn't have that skill. Going ahead and gambling is something that's actually really common in the setting, oddly enough, and there's an entire system dedicated to it. But I'm actually not sure how to rule that. I'm just trying to think of what to do here. Never the player characters gambling on are the same. So, the weird thing is that to try, you're trying to panhandle, you're trying to perform tricks in order to get people to, like, give you money in that regard?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the weird thing. Nearly everything in this system that is done in that fashion is based on your personality.
That'll be thievery instead. To actually do it.
To do it would be thievery. To attract people to you over it would be based off of your personality.
So it's wasted on me, okay.
That's one of the weird things about this system. Technically, if you literally set up a gambling booth, you could literally use your thievery on it without having to worry about attracting people to you. And that's the weird thing. I'm not trying to go ahead and punish you. I am trying to do this based off of how the rules are written for it. And what you originally suggested is literally a really murky area in this system. The funny thing is... What?
Then I'll set up a gambling little thing. Find a marble, get a prize. I actually have marbles
Okay.
on me.
That's actually funny. Okay. So, in that case, you currently have 3 gold. So, this is how I'm going to rule this. Roll 3 command dice, add 3 to the result
3d6?
of... Yes. So long as you roll a 1, 2, 5, or 6, you make a profit. On 3 dice. Why did you write command? This is... Oh, command dice. Okay. You make 1 gold.
It's more than I had.
I now want to look at your thievery talents to see if anything would have affected that.
I don't have anything that adds gold when I get gold. At least not yet.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm sort of looking for, like, anything you have. Just anything I could use to give you a benefit because of what you're doing.
I think I'd already thought of how I'm gonna participate in the festival. Oh, by aiming towards what I'm planning, while also having a chance to bond with Sonia. It is going to
Fair
be.
enough.
It's going to be one heck of a time.
Yeah, you literally it's you gain 1 gold. Basically, if you rolled any 2s, you would have also gained. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, that comes out right. You only gain 1 gold. I'm like, the only thing I can would really say is that because of having Master Thief, I would say you can reroll 1 of those d6s.
Reroll the 6 then?
No, you'd reroll the 3 or the 4.
The 6 is a good roll, or
6,
I'm looking for evens.
1,
or
2, 5, and 6 are good. 3 and 4 are bad.
Then I'll reroll.
3 and
the
4 are
3.
always bad in this system on a d6.
Then I'll reroll the 3 then.
Hey! So technically, I'm trying to calculate in my head this because of this. This is really weird. So, yeah, that's an additional 2 gold.
So 3 or 2?
It's a total. You now have 6 gold.
Nice.
The same amount you started the carousing with.
Yes. Then I had to upkeep.
Okay. Your upkeep was 3s. You earned 3, so you're now back at 6. Anyways, on to Aragon, since we've dealt so long with this.
Hmm. Yes.
So, what are you doing right now?
Oh, you're gonna love what I have planned for the festival. I'm gonna do a straight up animal circus. And I'm gonna do this alongside Sonia, so that way it's also an opportunity to bond with her during the show. I'm gonna use this to try and get paid. So yes, I am playing into my strengths to try and get paid.
Okay.
And yes, it's gonna be using my whole menagerie of animals. So, Fang, Cupcake, and Raw. Rolling animal handling. I'm just doing, but yeah, it's just an animal. It's just an animal circus. So, animal handling check. And
Okay. Oy vey, this is gonna be weird, mainly because of, I'm also taking into account this is like a Cultivate Renown event,
so,
which,
but I'm more so doing this just to, you know, get some money, bond with Sonia.
I know, I get ya.
But it's also
The weird thing
playing
is that
strengths of
you,
my animal handling.
usually carousing, you spend money, not earn money.
Oh,
And note, Sonya technically has a lot of money.
but it doesn't hurt to have extra.
I know. Yeah, carousing's weird because of, okay, typically on your adventures is when you earn most of your money. It's really weird how Conan works like that, and usually your carousing is when you spend that money.
Ah, which I have none.
And that's why I said, Sonya technically has a lot of money right now.
I figured. I'm just basically, I don't want to be a burden. That's why I'm doing this as an opportunity to, well, not only
I know.
earn money, but bond with her.
I know.
Which is kind of sweet if you
So-
think about it.
It is sweet. So, technically, I'm going to do something really weird here.
I hope I still use the animal handling check.
This is going to be more than one check.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless,
Because
it's
of-
gonna be 5D.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you a couple of different questions here.
Yes.
One, are you physically involved in the act itself?
Alongside Sonia? Probably. Just as backup.
How are you physically involved?
Oh. Basically, I'm standing there offering treats for the animals to basically, you know, do their tricks and whatnot. Among other things.
Okay. Because to me, physically involved means that you are physically engaged in the act in some form or fashion. Whether this mean you doing acrobatics or doing like jumps or feats of agility yourself, what have you. It's that I have to ask in order to know how to properly set this up.
I'm just basically doing some animal tamer stuff, you know? I like how they usually do in
Okay.
circus.
Okay. I need to flip all the way freaking back here again.
But I'm also like,
If you haven't noticed, I flip back and forth between the sections of the freaking book so freaking often.
welcome to Sakuna's malevolent kitchen. Can I get you some steak?
What?
It's a joke. It is.
Petting zoo for money.
It's sort of a Jujutsu Kaisen parody joke.
Ah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a pretty good show, actually.
Okay. This is going to sound ridiculous, but both because of how little money you have, and also due to you already have 4 animals. That's already a pretty big menagerie for this world, all considering.
Yep.
Okay. Give me, and I can't believe I'm having to list all of this out, an animal handling, persuade, society, and discipline test.
Oh no. Oh no.
Literally, this is not a problem of difficulty tests. This is a thing of the more successes you score, the better the result is.
Okay, so first, the animal handling.
Yes.
That's
Yes, I'm sorry for having to list that
3
like that.
successes right off the bat with animal handling, so plus the extra 3d20s because of my talent.
Yes.
Oh my god! That is 7 successes! Just from animal handling.
Yes.
Next, what's up? Persuade?
Yes. I forget if you bought any persuade talents yet.
Oh. Did I misspell persuade?
No.
Okay. And how many momentum do we have as of now, because of all that?
Okay, this is not a standard difficulty test. Literally, all of the successes you generate here go towards the roll that you'll be doing after this.
Oh.
So any momentum before this occurred still is there, but you are not generating momentum off of these specific rolls.
Okay.
So you can use momentum for the other tests, but momentum is not being generated off these rolls.
Okay.
And I apologize if that seems a little weird. It is because of what I'm having occur from this.
Okay. Well, persuade is gonna probably be a big one, so I can try and attract the crowd, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's really gonna help me by if I spend momentum right now, so that way I have more likely successes. So yes, 3 momentum, boy!
Okay, pulls down to 1, apparently, I think.
Yes. S. So I just roll a flat 5d20 now for persuade.
Yes. I honestly do not remember if you bought any persuade talent, so forgive me.
Okay. And that's, let's see here, 17, 14, 6, and a 6. Does that do it?
And your persuade target number is 15.
Okay, so that's 3 successes on the persuade. So that's 10 successes total.
Yes.
And now finally is society?
Not finally. Society and discipline.
Okay. And my target society number is
13.
12 out of 9, 2 successes. And finally, discipline.
Yes.
Target number.
11.
Oh dear. I'll use that last momentum then.
You still have a fortune point too.
Oh right, never mind. I will use the fortune point instead.
Then roll 1d20.
And you said the target number is 11?
Yes.
Well, at least that's 14 successes total so far.
I keep forgetting I have that sound effect on the floor.
And finally, discipline. Oh wait, that's 14 successes altogether.
Yes.
Oh boy,
He
this is welcome to the big time.
at least 2 gold. You're gonna get at least 2 gold. At least.
Okay. Roll me 7 command dice.
Oh my god.
Pray you don't get a ton of 3s and 4s.
6, 5, 2, 2, 1, 1. And only a single 4. So, what are we looking at?
That is 10 gold. But also, you're really freaking tired after that. And if I can find the correct section for this, since I want to state this, but I don't want to misstate this. Since I should have had you roll resistance instead of discipline, but who cares? Okay. So, remember, you're still in the middle of Tehran. It's still like the middle of summer. So, whilst you've been performing the show, it's been really hot out. So, the sun's been beating down on you, and you probably feel like you've sweated like 4 pounds off of your body during this performance.
Yep. Worth it. It was worth it. And I probably increased my renown around here too, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did.
And I'm guessing I also basically managed to basically increase my bond with Sonya quite a bit.
Yeah. That was also 3 levels of fatigue.
Oh. Oh dear.
As I said, that was strenuous and it took a long time. This was not like a 10-minute show. You did this for like 3 or 4 hours.
Worth it. Money, 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 money.
The weird thing is that I don't think there's a fatigue box on here.
Yeah, and probably after the show, I am basically collapsing right into Sonya's arms.
Carries you off stage. Good night, everybody!
Thankfully, I got all the money pocketed, and probably the animals are falling too.
Yes.
I'm sure they all got well fed, even.
Yes. But yes, that was very cute. And hopefully you do not mind how I ruled that, even though that was 4 separate skill tests.
I don't mind at all. I can't believe I pulled that miracle out of my pants.
So yes. Sleep.
Yes, he is sleeping in the arms of Sonya.
Congrats, that's a resistance test.
He's just sleeping, though.
You have fatigue.
Oh. Okay.
Every time you sleep and you have fatigue, you must give a resistance test afterwards.
Okay, what's the target number?
Your resistance is 11.
Oh, shoot. 8 and a 4, 2 successes.
You reduce your fatigue by 2.
Good.
So you do feel better. You're still dang tired.
He's gonna sleep.
You just woke up. You can't sleep.
Oh. Can I just take a nap then?
No. This is one of the weird things in this system. And I actually like this because if you actually accumulate a lot of levels of fatigue, this actually matters a lot. Which is that you only get a test once a day to remove fatigue.
Oh.
And it's only after you get a full night's sleep.
Oh, okay. So I just gotta make sure not to do anything strenuous for the rest of the day.
Exactly. It's a very simple thing, but I actually like that in this system because of the fact that it's like, no, Conan, if you actually do stuff that's like strenuous, it throws out fatigue like it's freaking candy. And the reason why I like that...
It's like Oprah Winfrey. You get fatigue. You get fatigue. You get fatigue. You get fatigue. Everyone gets fatigue.
Yes!
I had to make that joke.
But the reason I like that is because of it actually makes so much more sense than 5E's exhaustion system. Yee! Sorry. As much as everyone loves 5E, I despise the exhaustion system with a burning passion more than anything else in the system. But I digress.
I'm gonna go ask to see what the hell we're cooking. I mean, what the heck my folks are cooking for dinner.
Oh.
Thank goodness, no Murtaugh.
You said since we're in town, I can work on my idea, right?
You can technically work on your idea. Or attempt to, yes.
Then I shall attempt.
Well, describe to the audience what you're attempting, because of... One, it's been a week. I don't remember that well. And
I
two,
am attempting to make a collapsible Barcelonian longbow, so it has the stealth feature.
I'm pretty sure I told you that I don't think you can make that big of a bow hidden. It's mainly because it's a longbow.
Longbows usually go farther than mid-range, but...
Oh, wait.
The Barcelonian longbow
Okay, yeah,
goes mid-range.
yeah, I'm... The wording on these things...
It's weird, yes.
Yes. Forgive me for... I still find it hilarious how many fumbles you rolled during that section.
And I refuse to use fortune.
You only have one fortune point left for the day.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come back, and it's breakfast for dinner.
Welcome back.
Or tonight, they're making it.
Nice.
That sounds awful.
What, breakfast for dinner?
Yes.
Why?
Breakfast.
It's like hash browns and whatnot, though. I don't see how it's awful.
Hash browns are fine, but hash browns I don't think of as breakfast, but okay.
It's an American thing.
I'm like, breakfast to me is like eggs, bacon,
Potatoes.
cereal. I'm like,
Or tater tots.
Taters.
And tater tots are potatoes, and so are hash browns. In fact, you can literally get hash browns from a McDonald's for breakfast.
So what do I need to do
oh,
with my...
it literally says a Bosonian longbow is a long straight bow as tall as a man, its size adding extra velocity and range to its arrows.
Adds more range to the arrows. That means it should be long range, not medium.
I feel, yes, but you also have to understand how big long range is in this system.
Only...
Because of one zone is basically your movement in this system. So, like, long range in this system means that you're shooting something from, like, over 100 feet away. And how strong is the drawstring on most bows?
Well, most bows are, you can change up some stuff to make it different.
I know, I was just looking to see what it was in 5e. Wow, most bows have a short range of 80 feet in 5e.
Oof.
Which, then again, 80 feet is like 16 tiles in 5e. Which is really big when you think about it. A longbow has a short range of 30 tiles in 5e. How often are you 30 tiles away from an enemy in 5e?
All the time, if you build right.
Warning, bullshit alert.
That thing just cursed. Ooh.
It's also the button!
But you pressed the button though, didn't you?
Okay, Murtaugh has officially killed the DM. The campaign is over.
Or you're saying I can't make my idea because it's too long to possibly conceal, even though it is collapsible.
Okay, because one of the things about how hidden weapons work is that they are supposed to be able to be hidden, pulled out, and re-hidden within the same action. With something that big, I don't think you'd be able to feasibly do that, shoot the bow, and then re-put it back. You could probably do that with a crossbow, but I don't think you can do it with a longbow.
I just wanted to use the Bostonian longbow because that's where my character is from.
Oh! I was not thinking about that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's funny. That is funny. The irony is that if we were doing this in, like, Warhammer Fantasy, we could actually, like, customize it and, like, get really close to what you wanted that could feasibly work. I might need to look a lot further into the rules for crafting in this system, because I haven't had to do that yet, and that might be something that might help me with my clarification here. So, forgive me for actually feeling weird about the current instance, because of the funny thing is that it's more so just the description of it that's causing a problem more than anything. So can we technically put a pin in that thought for at the moment? So we can do the things to potentially roll for building, for, like, getting the idea for it.
Yeah, it can wait.
So anyways, following day, I'm going to fathom you're taking Yarned to see someone to heal him up.
Yes.
So then, because of the fact no one has counsel, and because of Aragon doesn't want to heal up Yarned because of how he got hurt in the first place, who's going to pay the 7 gold to heal him? Or shall I just pull the gold directly from Yarn's pockets?
Yarn's pockets.
I'll pay towards 3 gold of it.
So, you're donating 3 gold to Yarn for his treatment.
It's the kind of shenanigans to fight to happen. Well, I didn't help the fight not happen, so I'm kind of responsible.
Yes. Oh, speaking of which. Boop. Okay. So, are you finally heading back on the road again? Or should we end things here considering that Yarn's not here and he technically didn't get to do his carousing roll?
We might want to stop it here. Unless they join back right now.
No.
They didn't join.
I really, really hope his sister and husband didn't, like, go to critical care from that. Anyways. We're going to end things here for now. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy my work, and please do share my content and join the Discord. It really does help me out. Follow me here on Twitch and on Facebook, and or come aboard the Starship LP Ramp, a hero, villain, or NPC up when all our games are over.